it's me again. It is Saturday, July 7th at about 1:03 p.m. I am just now leaving the gym. I got up this morning. I slept a little bit later than I normally do. And my dog is sick. I don't know what's going on with her. She's got she must be getting into something when I'm not at home. She must be digging in the bag and getting trash or something. I don't know. Anyways, she was sick this morning, so I had to clean her up, clean up the floor. But then I decided, hey, it's Saturday morning, I need to go to the gym. Got dressed, and I went to the gym, got myself a really good workout in this morning. I did my obvious cardio, treadmill, bikes, but then I also did a few different weight training type exercises that I haven't done yet. They're more of the hip flexor exercises. Hang on. Oi. Bless me. They're more like the hip flexor and the inner thigh weights. I did those, and then I did a chest press. So I got that out of the way. Felt good to get that done. I sweated like a pig again today. I don't know. I don't think it's the shirt. Now that I'm because I wore a different shirt today than the last time I went. Because at first I thought it was the t-shirt that I was wearing. It was really thick, and it was just making me sweat like a pig. But it wasn't. I wore a different shirt today. And I sweated just as much. But I think it might be because I'm retaining a little bit of water, so when I sweat a lot. So yeah. So I think that's kind of why that might be. And I could totally be making that up too, so who knows. But yeah, I got that done this morning. For breakfast, I kind of felt like I was in a hurry because I wanted to get to the gym and get done for the day. So instead of doing my 2 eggs and turkey bacon like I normally do for breakfast, I had my 310 nutrition shake. I had the salted caramel one. It's just empty. And again, I mix that in with unsweetened almond milk. That seems to it's low calorie. The sweetness of the almond milk, it's not there since it's unsweetened, so it's not affecting the taste of the shake. But I've decided that I'm not the biggest fan of the salted caramel mix. I mean, it's good, and I'll if I have to drink it, I'll drink it. I'm not gonna refuse to have a shake because I don't like it. But right now I feel like I'm trying to get rid of it, so I'm drinking it every day, so I can just get rid of it and start drinking my vanilla chai and my mocha ones. I like those ones a lot, especially vanilla chai. Vanilla chai is delicious. I've said it before, but it tastes like something you would get from Starbucks. It's that good. So I did that this morning. I don't know what I'm gonna do for lunch. I might do a lean cuisine to kind of hold me over, and then maybe another meal replacement shake for dinner. Because I'm actually going to a 4th of July party at my friend's house. It's a girl that I work with. She holds a 4th of July party every year. I don't think it's actually been on 4th of July in a couple of years. But she snapped me this morning, and she's like, I spent $900 on fireworks. I'm like, oh my God, girl. So it'll be fun. But I think I might do the lean cuisine for lunch, and then maybe the meal replacement shake for dinner. That way I don't have to eat whatever's there, because I want to stick on my diet. I don't want to have cheat days. I don't want to do that because I've officially gotten down 20 pounds. Ha! I'm so happy. I weighed myself after I worked out, and it was 293, and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't lost anything. And then I'm in the shower, and I started thinking about something else, and my brain kind of looped back around to my weight, and I went, wait a minute. Last time I weighed myself, I was 295. Holy shit, I lost 20 pounds! So I'm super pumped, man. I started at 313, and I'm down to 293 right now. I'm so excited. I can't wait until I'm under 290, and I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I have 143. No, I don't even know. Yeah, 143 pounds until I reach my goal. It's a long ways, But I feel like something that is helping me a little bit is holding off like the big goals and starting with like small, like 5-pound goals. So I'm excited. I've gotten down 20 pounds. I never thought I would say that, to be completely honest. Like thinking back to all the times I've dieted, and I would giggle every time I'd say, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. I'd be like, yeah, right. But I can't believe I've gotten here. I've gotten to 20 pounds down. I'm like losing my mind. I'm starting to see it. Not a lot. Like my double chin's obviously still there, but I'm losing it in like my upper arm, like my bicep area. I'm losing weight there, and I can see it in my thighs a little bit. I haven't quite seen it in my stomach, but I haven't measured myself since the first time I did. So I might do that tonight, since it's been about a month since I've done that. Well, maybe not a full month, like maybe 3.5 weeks or so. But it's been a while since I've done that, so I might do that tonight and update that. So yeah, I'm like, yo, I lost 20 pounds. I'm excited, man. Like, people who aren't losing weight, eat a fucking pizza, because I can't have it, and I want it. So celebrate and eat pizza for me. I did get a question on my last vlog in regards to somebody else who is on their weight loss diet, on their weight loss journey. I don't know why I said diet. They're on their weight loss journey, and they had some questions on like, what's your diet plan? What's your exercise regimen? What keeps you going? What inspires you? And they mentioned in their comment that they're feeling kind of lost for inspiration and lost for motivation. So when I get home, I'm going to sit down and vlog it and answer those questions. So there will be a second part to this vlog, but I wanted to pop on here and just share the good news that I've lost 20 pounds, and I'm freaking excited. Oh my god. I can't even believe it. So I'm gonna go home and do that, but I wanted to also just kind of pop on here and update you on the day so far. But yeah, I got my cold brew in hand. I don't know why they gave me a dome top. And my Starbucks hasn't started doing the plastic tops. They haven't gotten rid of the straws yet, so they haven't gotten those plastic tops with the thingy. They haven't gotten that far yet. So anyways, but I don't know why they gave me a dome top. There's no like whipped cream on it. Crazy people. But yeah, so when I get home, I'm going to sit down and vlog kind of what I eat in a day, what my plan is, what my exercise regimen is, and kind of just fill you in on like my internal thoughts exactly on what keeps me motivated, what keeps me inspired to keep going. So yeah, I will see you then. Hello. So yes, like I said, I'm back home, and I wanted to quickly address the questions that another person who's on their weight loss journey had for me on my last vlog. You know, what's my weight loss like plan? What's my diet? What's my exercise routines? What keeps me going? What motivates me? So I wanted to pop on here and kind of address those questions, as well as share with you what my motivation is, what my my routine is to kind of keep you updated. So to kind of address the first part of the questions, like what is your weight loss plan, like your diet, your exercise. We'll start first with the diet and the food, and then we'll jump into the exercise, and we'll talk about motivation and inspiration at the end. So on a daily basis, there are a couple supplements that I take. We'll start there first. The first is I wake up every morning, and I do this twice a day, but I wake up every morning and I have 2 vitamins that I take. I have a multivitamin and a vitamin C gummy. I use both gummies because it's kind of like having candy. They're sugar coated and they're sweet. And when you're on like a diet where you're counting your calories, you don't get to eat candy. Like, you don't. So this is the closest thing that I found. It's kind of like a little treat every morning. Like, you wake up and you're like, gummies. So I just use the multivitamin from Nature Made. It's an adult gummy. Got omega-3s. They have lemon, orange, and strawberry flavor. And 2 gummies is 25 calories. But it's got all of like the vitamins that you need in your life. I know it's not focusing right now. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. That's fine. But it's got all the vitamins that you really need to kind of start your day off strong. And then I also use the vitamin C one. It's like an immune support gummy, which is great. But I actually had bought one from Walmart that I think I'm gonna go back to, because the other one was the Immune Boost gummy, which is really similar to this, but the other one from Walmart had a bunch more vitamins, and they had like echinacea, which is really good for your immune system, and this one doesn't. So I think I'm gonna go back to that one once I finish this jar off. You can see all the sugar at the bottom. But again, this is just two gummies in the morning, and it's 15 calories for these. And again, they're good. They taste like little tangerines. They're just delicious. So that's the two supplements, or the two vitamins I take every morning. You know that I've been talking about 310 Nutrition kind of on and off since we started the vlogs, but I've also been using a dietary supplement called Thin from them. And it's got a bunch of, again, it's got green coffee, coffee Arabica, raspberry ketones, Garcinia gambosia extract, black pepper fruit extract, Piper nigrum, N-I-G-R-U-M. It's a fruit apparently. And then there's just like things that help with the dietary part. They're little tablets like these that come in a little capsule with the powder inside. You take 2 of these a day. And I think that's really been helping me. I just had to reorder these because I'm almost out. I've got like a week left. And then I go out and I make my fiber drink. I use Benefiber. I use the tasteless, grit-free, non-thickening one. It's good. I mentioned in my first vlog that I had forgotten about making sure I have fiber in my diet. So after not pooping for 5 days, I really had to add this to my diet, and it helped a lot, to be completely honest. And what I mix this in with is I just go with the Ocean Spray Diet Juice. Doesn't matter the flavor, they're all 5 calories for a cup, which is really awesome. I just get the regular cranberry juice, and then I do about 1.5 cups of that, which is about 8 calories, give or take. And then I do 2 tablespoons of this in with that, and I mix it up. I do that twice a day. So in total, I get 4 teaspoons of the Benefiber a day. So that's definitely a must in your diet if you're not having any kind of fiber, which again, I remembered my protein, but I forgot the fiber. So I do that. That's right away in the morning. Normally for breakfast, I have 2 eggs and then 3 slices of turkey bacon. That's usually my daily meal. Sometimes I kind of get lazy and I'll do a lean cuisine, but that's my norm every day. And then in addition to that, I'll have this with my breakfast. Cold brew. Woohoo! If you're looking for a drink from Starbucks that's low calorie, try the cold brew. It's really not the best tasting. You can sweeten it with like stevia, but for a venti, it's 5 calories, and it's cold and it's caffeine. Try it. You know, a lot of the times it's hard to get things from Starbucks, especially coffee lovers. It's hard to get things from Starbucks that are low in calories, especially during the summer. Regular coffee, a blonde roast, or Pike Place. You can get that, but it's hot. Like you don't want the hot during the summer. So try the cold brew. Again, if it's too bitter for you, throw some stevia in there. It might help it a lot. And then in regards to 2 things that I've been using to kind of curb my appetite during the day is, one, the 310. I have a lot of 310 nutrition products here that I want to share with you. The 310 Slimming Detox Tea. This is just the original one, but there's a bunch of things in it that help with appetite. It helps with the detoxing. It's the main reason I use it is the appetite control, because especially in the beginning of my diet, I was just like hungry AF all the time, and this really helped me kind of curb those cravings. So this is something that you can do. You can do the detox plan itself, where you do it every morning, evening, or before a workout. Or afternoon, I should say. It does have some caffeine, so if you do it in the evening, just be aware you might be up for a while. It recommends every evening or afternoon or before a workout, you'd put one of the tea bags, I'll show you what they look like, but you put one of them in the little bottle, it looks like this, They smell really good. And you let it steep for 5-10 minutes or however long you want. I like my tea pretty strong, so I just leave it in there. And I just, it steeps throughout the day, depending on how long it takes for me to drink it. I just let it steep. And then you take it out. If you want more flavor, you can add honey, you can add some stevia, a dash of lemon, things like that to really kind of just make the flavor what you really like. But that's a really good appetite control. In addition to that, the 310 lemonades. This is the wild berry flavor. These are like the ones that you put in the water. Just put it in a little bottle of water, shake it up. It really helps with appetite control. I use those a lot at the beginning of my diet. And then for lunch, generally what I do for lunch is I do a 310 nutrition shake. This is the meal replacement shake. This is the salted caramel flavor. Right now I'm just trying to get through it because this isn't my favorite flavor. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad in any way, but I much prefer my vanilla chai or my mocha flavor. So I'm just trying to get through the salted caramel one so I can just toss the bag and get rid of it and continue drinking my other ones. But again, yeah, I just do 1 scoop of this with 12 ounces of unsweetened almond milk in the shaker. This is one of their limited edition ones. But I got this, and I have the bright pink one. Well, it's more like peach, but that one's currently in the sink drying from my use this morning because I did have the shake for breakfast today. But that's usually what I have for lunch. Is I do 1 scoop, 12 ounces of unsweetened almond milk, shake it up. It's easy. I work in a really kind of fast-paced environment. I work in travel insurance in a medical assistance department. So when people are on the other side of the world and they're having a medical situation and they don't know what to do, they call us. They ask to help them find doctors. They ask about medical evacuations, getting them from a different location to another location that has a better hospital. So we're pretty busy, you know, 98% of the year. There's a couple of times where you get like a slow week, and it's nice to kind of just relax. But a lot of the time when my lunchtime comes around, I'm having to work and continuously be on the phone or contacting, you know, escort providers to find a nurse to go to somebody to help them come home, things like that. So it's easy to just shake it up, take it to work, put it in the fridge, and then when lunchtime comes around, I just walk out to the fridge that's right outside of our door, and I grab it and I go back to my desk, and there's my lunch. I don't have to sit at the microwave and heat anything up. I don't have to like prepare anything. I just grab it and go. So it's a really easy option for that. For dinner, normally what I do is I will go to the store and I'll stock up on boneless, skinless chicken breast. What I do then, I do 2 chicken breasts in the gallon bag, and I put 4 tablespoons of the marinade in there, and then I let it marinate. I put it in the freezer because you can keep those up to like 3 months, which is sweet. And then when I'm out, I just pull another one out of the freezer, de-thaw it, bake it, good to go. So it's not bland chicken every single day. I cut the chicken breasts in half because the chicken breasts are generally about 8 ounces each. So I'll cut it in half and have 4 ounces of chicken with a vegetable for dinner. Sometimes I do roasted asparagus, which is a little bit higher in calories because you use the olive oil, but they're very good. I'll usually do those bird's eye steam fresh bags. You just put them in the microwave, steam them, and you're good to go. I'll make those and I can use those for like 3 days in a row or whatever. But those are usually what I do for dinner. And then if I come home and I'm still hungry, I have a snack, usually a cheese stick, rice cakes from Quaker. I like the salted caramel ones. I don't know why everybody hates those. Those are really good to me. But that's kind of like my daily thing. And then before I go to bed, more fiber, another thing of juice. I have another one of these along with my daily pills that I take, and I'm good. That's my daily food. Sometimes I eat like lean cuisines depending on the day. If I just get lazy and I don't want to cook chicken. And majority of those are under 300 or under 400 calories. I had one yesterday. It was chicken pecan. It was 320 calories. It's pretty good, and it filled me up. But I've been noticing too, with when I'm eating or drinking my shakes, I'll get like 3/4 of the way done, and I'm full. Like I'm like, I don't really want to drink the rest of this. I'm full. I can feel my stomach being like, but I drink it because I need the proteins and I need all those other like vitamins that are in there to kind of keep the energy going, so I'm getting what I need. But yeah, that's kind of the food breakdown. In regards to exercise, right now I'm really focusing on cardio. I'm trying to stay away from like weight training, too much weight training, because if I feel like I'm going too hard on that, I'm going to be gaining muscle weight, and that's going to frustrate me. So right now I'm really focusing on cardio to really drop the fat and burn the fat and lose that weight. So that's what I'm really starting with now. So every time I go to the gym, I immediately start with 1 mile on the treadmill. I do, in regards to the speed, I do about 3 miles an hour, and the incline at 2.5 or 3, depending on how I'm feeling. But I always put the incline up a little bit to kind of give me extra working out. So I immediately start with that, and then I go to the lower stationary bike, and I do about 10 minutes on there, which is about like 2.5, 3 miles, depending on how fast I'm pedaling. And then I will do some sort of brief weight training, whether it's leg press, chest press, shoulder press. Today I did weight training when I went to the gym, and I did those like hip flexor exercises on the inner thigh, where you either pull your legs in like this or you push them out like that. So I did those. It's been a while since I've done those, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. But so that's kind of what I plan on doing. And then after I do that, I go to the tall stationary bike. I don't even remember what they're called, to be completely honest. But I do another 10 minutes of that, and I swap from sitting up and pedaling to leaning forward and pedaling, and leaning up and pedaling. And I try to keep my rotations per minute at about 89, 90. I try to keep it there. Sometimes I get distracted. I'm looking at my phone or I'm looking at the TV, and I'm like, and I do the level 5, so it's got a little bit of tension there. But yeah, like I said, I kind of just keep focusing on the cardio for now. In regards to my workout schedule, right now I'm really aiming for like every other day. My personality is, if I try to force myself to do it every day, I'm going to get frustrated and I'm not going to go. Because there's going to be days that I don't want to go, and I'm just going to be like, screw it, I'm going home. And then I won't go for like 3 days. That's just me, and that's kind of sucky, but that's just how I am. So my goal has been every other day, and I've been doing really, really well on that. There's been a couple of days where it's been like 2 days in between workouts, but it's helped me kind of stick to that schedule of doing it every other day, because my thought process is you have to do the work today, but you get tomorrow off. You have to do the work today, but then you get tomorrow off. And that's really helped me a lot. So my advice to people who are kind of struggling to keep on with a exercise schedule: find a day schedule that works for you. Not necessarily what time of day you work out, but how many days in between you work out. If you force yourself to work out every day, like there's this guy that goes to my gym, and every time I'm there, he's there. And I'm like, we either have the same workout schedule, like the same like thought process, or he's here every single day. And which I don't mind, he's good looking, so whatever. But if I held myself to the standard he holds himself, I would not make it. Absolutely not. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. So for me, I've found the working out day schedule that really works for me. With changing my work schedule now, I think that's going to even help me even more, because I work in the morning and I can go to the gym and I'm ready for kind of dinner, relaxing, and I can go to bed when I get home. Before, I was working at 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then I go to the gym and I come home and I immediately crash. And I'd wake up the next morning and kind of start all over, and I wouldn't have time to kind of just for myself and kind of focus on what's going on in my brain. I didn't have a lot of time to like take my dog anywhere. So I think now that I'm gonna be working in the morning and working out between 2 and like 6, some days I get done at 2, some days I get it done at 4. But working out in the afternoons and then being able to come home and just kind of unwind, still have some daylight, especially in summer. Still have some daylight to be able to go and do something with my dog, go out to my parents' house for dinner, something like that. Is really going to help me a lot with that too. But again, my best advice to anybody who's struggling with getting to the gym is, and this has helped me because the whole reason I started these vlogs was to help get myself to the gym, have other people hold me accountable. Really find a day schedule that works for you and keeps you going. Try every other day, try every 3 days, try, you know, start out twice a week. If you're really having a hard time, try twice a week. You know, start the week off with a workout, end it with a workout. Just find what really what works for you starting out. Don't force yourself to do the everyday thing if that's not you, you know. Some people can do that and good for them, but I'm definitely not that kind of person. And you might not be either. So find what works for you. You know, start out every other day. If it's still too much, every 3 days, you know, work out Monday, go back on Thursday, you know, start there. Take about 2 weeks and kind of try to find the best schedule that you feel comfortable with. Inspiration and motivation. I have to say, in regards to like what keeps me going, is I think the future, like how I see myself in a couple of years, is what really is motivating me. Like I said in the first part of this vlog, I've officially lost 20 pounds. I never thought I would ever say that. My hand looks really chubby. What's on my hand? Yeah. But I would have never thought that I'd lose 20 pounds. Like, that's bonkers to me. So how I see myself in a couple of years is not who I am right now. What I want in my life is I want to be comfortable with my body. I want to be happy with who I am. I want to get to my goal, my weight loss goal, which is 150 pounds. I want to be 150 pounds, maybe a little bit less depending on how I'm feeling when I get there. So that means I got about 143 pounds left, which is a lot, but that's better than what it started out being, you know. I started out being 163 pounds to get to where I want to be. But I've lost that weight now, and that in itself is really motivating me. Start with smaller goals. If you start and you say, I want to lose 20 pounds, that's my goal. That's going to frustrate you because it might take a long time to get there, you know. Start with, I want to lose 5 pounds. Okay, next, get me down to 10 pounds. Okay, next, get me down to 15 pounds. Start with like little 5-pound goals. My next one's going to be 25. Once I hit the 25 pound, it's going to be 30, you know. But start with the small goals and then find one thing that really motivates you, whether it be a family member who's like body goals. Like, find something that you want in your life, and use that as your motivation. I don't have anybody that's like body goals. For me, it's my future self. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. When I eventually do have kids, I don't want to be that mom that has to sit down and watch them run around. I want to be the mom that gets to run around with them, be active and you know, go to the park with my kids, go swimming with my kids, take them on walks, hikes, biking. You know, I want to be that mom. And right now with where I'm at, I can't be. So it's still a long way. It's still a long time coming, but it's, for me, the future and what I want for my future is my motivation. I've always been kind of the chubby kid in my class. I've always been the chubbier one in my family. Like my little brother, he's 6'1", something like that. And he's like every teenage girl's dream. He's got a nice body. He's a good looking kid. All the girls are like, oh my God, William. And I'm like, please stop. Kiki, leave my backpack alone, please. She's down here chewing on my backpack. But, you know, I've always been that girl. I've said it before, I was a cheerleader in high school, and I remember one morning, it was during homecoming, so we had homeroom every morning that week, and I think it was like the blue and white day where we wore our school colors, and the whole cheer team decided to wear their uniforms. I think it was my sophomore or junior year, can't remember, and this kid, or no, it was my Spanish class. I had homeroom, my homeroom teacher was my Spanish teacher, my sophomore year, and she was my first hour teacher. So like when we had homeroom, I'd come in and be there for like an hour and a half because that was where I stayed. And I really loved my Spanish teacher. She was awesome. But I remember this kid, I'd gone to school with him since we were in preschool. And he was like one of my first crushes. And I was just like, he's still a good looking kid even now. I haven't seen him in forever, but I've seen like pictures of him on Facebook. We're not really friends anymore. But he was talking to his friend and he goes, looks like somebody needs some liposuction. And I kind of looked at him and he turned and smiled at me and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So like throughout high school, I was a cheerleader. I was in a cheer uniform all the time, basically from end of August to, you know, end of February. I was in a cheer uniform 98% of the time. So, like, I wore tights to hide my bumpy little legs. My legs, my skin tone is super fair, so it's just extra bright. But, yeah, I've always been that kid. And it's not so much the past that motivates me and gets me going, it's the future. I can't wait for my 10-year reunion. Whew. I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna be like a whole different person. Nobody's gonna recognize me. And I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for it. That kid who told me I needed liposuction is gonna eat shit. Eat it. That's what motivates me. Is going to be 10-year reunion when I go back and everyone's like, who's that? Is that Jen Baker? She lost a lot of weight. She looks good. Oh my god. My dog's looking at me like, what are you talking about? So yeah, for me, it's the future is what motivates me. Find one thing that helps you get through your day, whether it be something that happened in the past, something you want for yourself in the future, a family member, somebody whose body goals, put their picture up on your fridge, you know, like stick their picture to your shaker, something. Find what really goes, God, I want that, and follow through with it. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel on it all. I'm going to drink the rest of my cold brew. It's strong, man. It's strong. But yeah, I'm gonna go drink the rest of that, edit this, put it up, and then go to my 4th of July party. All right, I love you. I will see you probably on Monday again, because I work tomorrow night, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then I get up Monday morning, start work at 6 a.m. I'll go to the gym afterwards. I work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Monday, but I'm off Tuesday, so I may go again on Tuesday. I don't know, depending on how I feel. But I will see you Monday or Tuesday. Bye!